is Darlene. I'm out of the country right now, but leave a message.
Hi, Darlene. This is Francis at the FAA. I understand from your voice message that you're working outside the country, and I need to talk to you about some 8110-3s that you've submitted. Please call me back at the office as soon as you get this message so we can talk about them. Thanks. Please call me back at the office as soon as you get this message so we can talk about them. Thanks. Hi, this is Francis.
Hi, Francis. This is Darlene.
I got your message. Is there a problem with my 8110-3s?
Yeah, I'm glad you called, Darlene, because there may be a problem, and that's why I wanted to talk to you. A couple of months I called you about an 8110-3 that you'd submitted for a major repair to a life-limited landing gear part. I told you back then that the FAA policy is the DERs must contact the ACO before approving repairs on life-limited parts. Last month I had to call you again to discuss a repair data approval you made on a helicopter, since you only have authority for transport airplanes. Now this week I was reviewing some 8110-3s to put in your activity file, and it appears you're approving data for major alterations. Is that true?
I don't know, Francis. I've done so many 8110-3s that I've lost track. I mean, the business in Europe is really booming over here. There are airplanes that are being bought and sold, and everyone wants FAA-approved data. It's crazy over here.
So you are working in Europe doing DER work?
Yeah, like I said, they really need a bunch of DERs over here. The foreign authorities can't even begin to handle all the approvals that are needed. And heck, I'm even approving stuff on their own Airbus airplanes.
Okay, the particular 8110-3 that I'm talking about is an alteration for installing pallet loading equipment on an Airbus A320. Do you remember that particular one?
Yeah, I remember. That was the airplane that was going to the States, and it had this passenger-to-freighter conversion kit that the DGAC had approved. But the operator put some additional equipment on, and they wanted FAA approval, so they contacted me.
Okay, darling, we have a major problem here because you do not have authority for approving major alterations.
No? Well, why don't I?
Because that is a special delegation.
Oh.
In addition, you do not have authorization to approve data on foreign registered aircraft that are not U.S. state of design.
Why not? It has a USTC, doesn't it?
Darlene, it does not matter. The policy in 8110.47 is clear that you cannot do it. Also, does anyone in the FAA know that you're working in Europe as a DER?
No. I mean, I didn't think it mattered as long as I'm not working in an official FAA project.
Yes, it does matter, and it's one of several requirements in FAA policy that you just do not seem to be aware of.
So why do you care? If it's not an FAA project, then why can't I do what I think is right?
Because it doesn't work that way, Darlene. You are a DER because the FAA decided it was beneficial for us to allow you to approve data on our behalf. You know that you have to follow our policy when you do that, and if you don't, then having you as a designee is no longer in our interest. In addition, you should know that your actions in this situation have caused problems between the FAA and the French Civil Aviation Authority.
So are you going to can me?
No, not just yet, but I am going to remove your authority to approve data for major repairs, and I'm also going to insist that you meet with me and we discuss in detail all of the approvals you made while you were in Europe. I will send you a letter out immediately to document that. I also want it clear that until we've had this meeting, and I tell you otherwise, Darlene, you are not to submit any approvals for repair or alteration data.
Well, what about the approvals I already made?
After we've discussed them, I will decide whether you need to take action to retract them or to let them stand.
Well, that bites. Are you telling me I can't continue working in Europe?
I'm telling you that you cannot make DER approvals there or anywhere until you meet with me and I decide what you will be allowed to do.
All right, fine. I'll get back to you when I get to the States.
All right, thank you.